The last section in this chapter is kind of putting it all together. So this is solving two-step equations. So you might have addition and multiplication involved in your equation. You might have addition and division. You might have addition and anyways, all those combinations. Okay, so the one thing to point out here is that when you have two operations, you've learned about order of operations, right? Order of operations is you do exponents first, then you do brackets, and then what comes next? Good. Multiplying and division from left to right, whatever comes first, and then addition and subtract. What kind of symbols are we using here? To be consistent. And then we use addition and subtraction, whatever comes first from left to right. Okay. Now, because we are solving an equation, we're actually working backwards. And some of you in class have already figured this out. We're going to work backwards. That means you do order of operations backwards. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take care of any addition and subtraction. And last, you will take care of any multiplication and division. Okay? So it's reverse order of operations. Now, it's not going to get real complicated. You're going to have some addition or subtraction and then one multiplication or division. So it's not crazy, but you do have to start with addition and subtraction. Okay, so let's look at a question. Let's look at this question here first. So if you have a question like this, 2p plus 4 equals 10. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove addition first. So if you have a positive 4, you throw in a negative 4. You do it on both sides. This cancels out. You're left with 2p equals 10 minus 4 is 6. Okay, and then you get rid of the 2 there, right? So for it's 2 times p, we're going to divide by 2 right here. We're going to divide by 2 because we want to get p all by itself. If you divide by 2 on one side, you got to divide by 2 on the other side. So these cancel out. Like I said, you're left with p equals 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, I went through that pretty quick. Feel free to go back and listen to it a couple times until it's kind of making some sense. Okay, I want to do another. Whoops, I want to do another one with you, and I'll do a division one this time. Let's go m divided by 4. Let's go plus 3 equals 7. No, let's go 8. There we go. Okay, so we have two operations. We still want to get, our objective is to get m all by itself, right? That's our objective still. So first thing we're going to do is we want to get rid of that positive 3, right? So how do you get rid of positive 3? We subtract 3, right? So if we do that on one side, we got to do it on the other side. So these cancel out. You're left with m divided by 4 equals 8 take away 3 is 5. Okay. Now, we have m divided by 4. So what's the opposite of divide by 4? Right, is multiply by 4. So we got to multiply by 4 on that side and multiply by 4 on that side. These two will cancel out. You're left with m all by itself, which is what we're trying to accomplish. And 5 times 4 is 20. Now remember, the purpose of this is, yes, it is to solve for the variable and figure out what the variable is. But like I said at the beginning of all these videos, is you can do every one of these examples in your head probably, right? But you need to know this process for down the road when things get a little more complicated. So if you're comfortable with this process, then you're in very good shape, and that is excellent. That's exactly what we're trying to accomplish. So I want you to look at these ones. I want you to look at these and pause the video, give yourself a little bit of time, plow through, and then I'm going to go over them with you. Okay, let's do this. This is not a lot of room here, but we'll try. So 3w plus 3 equals 6. Again, I'm going to go very fast here. So I'll try to keep up. So we're going to go subtract 3 on both sides. That leaves us with 3W equals 6 take away 3 is 3, right? Because those cancel out, sorry. Now, 3 times W, the opposite of that is dividing by 3. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. This cancels out. W equals 3 divided by 3 is 1. Okay, let's go over here. We have 53 equals 4R minus 11. I'm going to add 11 on both sides. This cancels out. I'm left with 64 equals 4R. 4 times R. The opposite of times 4 is divided by 4. We're going to divide by 4 on both sides. This cancels out. I'm just going to go over here. We're left with R on that side. 64 divided by 4 is, what is it? 32, 16. Isn't it? 40, yeah, 64. Okay, so R is 64. Okay, B. We have 5n plus 7 equals 32. So to get rid of that plus 7, we got to throw in a subtract 7. We got to do that to both sides. These cancel out. We're left with 5n equals 25. Now we have 5 times n. How do you get rid of 5 times n? You divide by 5. You betcha. Okay. You got to divide by 5 on both sides. These cancel out. You're left with n equals 25 divided by 5 is 5. Thank you very much. Hey, how come we don't have any division questions here? Okay. 34 equals 11x plus 12. In order to get rid of that plus 12, we got to subtract 12. We do that on both sides. Okay, this cancels out. You're left with 11x equals 34 minus 12 is 22. Okay, 11x, 11 times x. The opposite of that is divide by 11, right? So I'm going to do that on both sides. This cancels out. Got to go over here. X equals 22 divided by 11 is 2. Okay, back over here. 2c plus 8. We're going to subtract 8 to get rid of that one. So we're going to do that on both sides. These cancel out. You're left with 2c equals 14. 14 minus 8 is 6. Okay. 2 times c. The opposite of 2 times is divide by 2. So we're going to divide by 2 on both sides. Cancels out. C equals 6 divided by 2 is 3. 12R plus 3 equals 39. We're going to subtract 3. I do it on both sides. These cancel out. Left with 12R equals 39 minus 3 is 36. So 12 times R, the opposite of times 12 is divided by 12, right? Okay, we're going to 36 divided by 12. Let's cancel out. You're left with R equals 36 divided by 12 is 3. And you have just done a number on this chapter. Good stuff.